How's it going, guys? Make sure everything's working nice properly. Um, if you remember yesterday, I made a video predicting who will go to the World Cup and the subs that will be there, the starting lineup, and also what subs I think will get put into the lineup towards the end of the game. So in today's video, I'm kind of gonna give you guys a rundown of what I think everyone's roles should be, right? So starting off, I'm gonna start with the goalkeeper, right? Allison Becker. So I want him to play safe, right? Of course, he's the goalie. There's not much he really can do besides playing safe. But I want him to do quick release to wingers when you win it, so a counter trigger. If you watch Allison versus Liverpool, he's done that a lot of times with Mohamed Salah, long balls. That's something I'd really like to see, especially in fast transitions with the offense we have and the speed we have in the offense. I can really see that happening and playing a really pivotal role. And for the center backs, we got Gabriel Magalhaes and Thiago Silva. There's been question on why Thiago Silva. He's 41 years old. I do think he'll get that starting role just because he's the organizer, he covers, and he's also a calmer in passing lanes. He's also a vet, right? He's the captain that Brazil needs. He was a great captain in 2022 World Cup. 2022 World Cup, and I think he'll be a great captain in the 2026 World Cup. He's still playing at the highest level. I don't see why not he wouldn't be there. So I think he will be there. Gabriel is more of the aggressive center back, right? You can see him stepping up a little bit for Arsenal and winning duels. But I also like to see him in the offensive end, right? Headers on free kicks and also headers on corners, right? You can see him for Arsenal. He plays very well in the offensive zone, especially in the defensive zone. But you can see him move up a little bit, right? I've seen him for Arsenal move up multiple times, right? So I like to see that come from him. Um, I don't know what happened here, but we'll go to the fullbacks now. So I'm starting off with Wesley, right? Wesley's more of a left wing back. I do really like his game though because he kind of reminds me of Roberto Carlos a little bit, not even close to like the skill level or anything, but he gives me those vibes, right? And for several reasons, right? He likes to go up a little bit. I would like to see Wesley overlap to support the left wing, but only when Casemiro is set. You know what I mean? So I mean, I want him to go up to join on the attack. When Casemiro comes back, Casemiro stays back. Or even if we're down and we need something, I'd like to see a little bit of that. Right? We got three center backs right there. It's already ready to go. So I would like to see Wesley join on the attack. And Militao is more of a conservative right back, and he also tucks in as a third center back if needed. Um, I do like to see Militao win some duels in this end and move up a little bit, not too much. I don't really want to see him in the attack. We already got a strong attack on this right side with Gumarais as well, Rodrigo playing freely, Estêvão with the 1v1s. We'll get more into that. Bruno Gumarais, um, now we're going to the midfielders. So I got Casemiro. I want him to sit, right? Sit still, but I also want him to break attacks and screen the back line. All right. So I want Casemiro to play that more defensive role, but also do want him to set up screens and go up a little bit. You know, I want him to score some goals like he did versus Senegal. I think he's still in tremendous shape to be up there. But for the center mid that I want mostly up there will be Bruno Guimaraes. He's been playing great for Newcastle. Make sure my mic's still working. It's working. Yeah, been playing great for Newcastle. I do want to see him up there a little bit. You know, Bruno progresses the ball more, line breaking pass, and also carries. So out of possession, Bruno presses higher and Casemiro holds. That's basically what I'm trying to say. Long story short, I have it written down because I'm not gonna remember all this. But I got Rafinha. All right, so we're going to the attack. So I got Rafinha in the. I got Rafinha in the to stay wide early and cut inside on his strong foot and shoot across, right? So if you watch Rafinha play, like a lot of his goals are on fast breaks, correct? He comes up and he can cut across and shoots, right? But on this case, there could be a lot that comes. Cuts through, catches him, Rodrigo cutting that way, catches Vinny catching that way. If he catches Vinny, Rodrigo comes in, he can catch Estêvão far side, and Estêvão can catch him, or even him, right? So I think that'll be very good for Brazil if Rafinha can get those inside cuts right and be really aggressive with those cuts, especially in those one-on-one situations. And the same goes for Estêvão. Estêvão is going to be very dangerous for all the left backs in this World Cup, especially because he's not going to be the only person to worry about, right? We got a bunch of other options here. So Estêvão beating his one-on-ones, I think I want him to be a 1v1 killer and stay outside, right? I also want him to explode inside out as well, just as Rafinha does. But I also do want to see Rodrigo play that CAM position, that free roll, right? I want Rodrigo to find pockets, right? Pockets to go through. I've seen him do it on Madrid. He can do it on Brazil as well. And late box runs. And what I mean by late box runs, ball comes up here. Estêvão beats his defender, goes outside. Rafinha's cutting, boom, outside the box. You can catch him, and not even just him. You can also catch Casemiro, Guimarães, Wesley outside, a little bit outside the box. So the main idea with that is pace and width with vertical runs. And Vinny, I just want Vinny to stretch the line. I see Vinny catching a lot of their defense on not paying attention, if that makes sense, and attack the channel and not as a target man. But I do think Vinny will play a crucial role. He won't play as much of a role as most, but when he plays his role, it'll be really crucial, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? He won't have as many moments, but when he has his moments, they'll be really crucial moments. All right, so that's the starting lineup, right? These are the subs I got in, right? Make sure this thing's still going. All right, cool. So I'm gonna try to make this quick. So first sub, it's gonna be Marquinhos for Thiago Silva. Marquinhos can keep that back line in check. I've seen him do it without Thiago Silva. I've seen him do it with Thiago Silva. It's more of just an age thing. Thiago Silva can't play the 120 minutes if needed. I don't think he can. He's too old. And fresh legs keeps leadership and protects late game transitions. You know, Marquinhos has held the captain for the Brazilian national team as well, so he'll be able to do that as a leader. And he's also done that for PSG. So I'm excited to see what that does for them. And I got we'll go right here. We'll go Andre Santos for Casemiro. I really do like Andre Santos' game, right? For Chelsea, I think now with the new coach, he's going to be getting a lot more minutes, so we'll be able to see a lot of what he's capable of. And if you want, you can even switch these a little bit right here. And Andre Santos plays a little more up. He does have a good game. He wins a lot of duels, and I do see him making a huge impact on the Brazilian national team. But I don't see him being just like an ordinary sub every game, right? I see him being subbed in like crucial moments, or if like Casemiro's hurt, or if there are injuries, or maybe even João Gomes. You can put João Gomes there, but I'd like to see Andre Santos, just because I think he'll have a little more experience and be a little bit better. And now we got Paquetá for Rodrigo. So Paquetá. All right. So Rodrigo and Paquetá, in my opinion, are a little bit similar. Not that similar, but I think Paquetá turns the shape into double tens, right? So with this formation, I think Paquetá will be a lot more useful, just because Paquetá can be an offensive midfielder, but also a defensive midfielder. You know, when you need him to score goals, he will score goals. When you need him to defend, he will defend. My worry is how he's been playing at West Ham. West Ham doesn't really have a good team, so that may be like a little reason why he's not playing well. But I'd like to see him play more of that middle role. He'll be supporting Neymar a lot. These three, Neymar, Paquetá, and Rafinha, play extraordinary together. So I'd like to see that once again. And I'm putting Neymar for Estêvão, correct? You can even put Neymar for Rafinha and leave Estêvão out there. But I don't think Estêvão will stay on. I think Rafinha will actually stay on. I think Neymar will get subbed out for him. So I don't know what that is. My fault. That's weird. Huh. I don't know if that popped up on your guys' screen too. But you know, you trade 1v1 wingers chaos for elite ball control and passing, right? So there's nothing much I can say about Neymar, but Neymar is still one of the best players in the world right now, if you believe it or not. I mean, he's still performing well up in Brazil with Santos. He had no one on his team. Although there's questions of what his form is going to be like during the World Cup, I think he will be good, guys. Like, He's gonna be there. If you guys don't think Neymar's gonna be there, then there's something wrong with you. I think Neymar's gonna be there, and I think he's gonna make a huge impact, especially with Martinelli there and coming off as a super sub, and also Paquetá and Rafinha. I think he'll be a great sub for the Brazilian national team. And yeah, and Martinelli for Vinny. Martinelli is gonna be like Carlo Ancelotti's Kaká on Milan. So Martinelli is more of like a guy that like keeps the pace threat, but shifts into like a center forward, like second striker position, right? More pressing and dialogue, diagonal diagonal runs. Sorry, please no one clip that. That was terrible. Diagonal runs, but I do see him making a huge impact, especially with the runs here, and even fast breaks. You know, if like we're in a close game, right? And what the hell happened there? We're in a close game. We really need something. What did I do? And we really need something to happen. I mean, we're like offensively. I could see Martinelli getting fast breaks like he did for Arsenal. It's happened before. I've seen it happen a couple times. But also, so back to this real quick. Is this still good? Making sure this is still good. Good. I don't know how much time it's been, but whatever. I love it. Love it. 11 minutes. All right. So Wesley can still push, but pick his moments to push, right? We don't want to push every single time. Maybe lose the ball and we're screwed, right? We don't want that. So very picky on the moments you push up. He does a good job doing that. I've seen it at AS Roma. He's a smart player. I actually really like Wesley. But we also got Militao. I want him to stay balanced so don't get up caught too high, especially because he's playing that other role, that like right back, center back role. So I want to be really defensive, right? I want these two guys to play. I don't know why I'm doing that. I want these three guys to play really defensive, with Gabriel moving up a little bit, creating maybe a three, or him moving up a little bit, creating a little bit of a three. But I don't think we'll see a three back as much as I think, or I'm saying we will. Who knows, right? And then we got um Gabriel Marquinhos, quicker recovery pace. Um, it'll be a little bit stronger than with Thiago Silva in there, but I do think that back line will still be able to hold in. And then Casemiro, in my opinion, will be the pure anchor in this lineup. Why is it doing that? I don't know. And but it will be the box to box connector, so press, carry, and cycle. Just cycle. So it's a little bit of that attacking and defensive role. He does a great job doing that at Newcastle. He's been scoring goals left and right, and also defending left and right. So I think he has the most duels won in the Premier League this season. But yeah, guys. I mean, it's hard to like explain it, but ball circulation, correct? So Bruno to Rodrigo. So Bruno Guimaraes makes a lot of through balls in, right? So if we have Bruno right here, guys, I don't know why it's doing this. Like, I don't know why it's doing that. I don't like that it's doing that. All right, Bruno here. Why is it doing that? Hold on, boys. Bruno here can make through balls, right? Rodrigo, that can lead to long passes here, long passes there. That's something I'd like to see a lot. And Rodrigo streaks right, pulling a CM with him. You know what I mean? So even if he doesn't go left and he goes right, they'll be pulling the center midfield with him, right? The other midfielder will maybe be here, or the right back will be here, or the midfielder will be here, right? We got three guys here, which will give Bruno a little bit of a push to attack, right? So that's one way we can do it. And Estêvão with the one-on-ones, I've already explained it earlier. You beat your guy one-on-one. That creates three here with two midfielders coming in. Boom, boom. You think Rafinha can come here? Rafinha can meet you here. But let's just say these three guys missed the ball, right? You got Bruno Gomes coming in back. Casemiro coming in. You can even get, if you really need, meet him in the back, right? So there's a lot of options if Estêvão beats his guy one-on-one, which no doubt in my mind will happen. Estêvão's like goated at doing that. That's literally like all he does. It's what he's really good at. And I do want Militao to stay back though at all times. I don't want to see him up. Yeah, Vinny runs near post. Rafinha attacks far post. Um, it's a really deadly force because the defender has to like choose to double Estêvão or track Vinny, which will leave one of them open realistically. One decision is like one mistake for the other team. So attack 2, left side overload. So Wesley overlaps Rafinha. So moving the ball here a little bit, right? Maybe you don't get Vinny up here, but you get Wesley right here, right? And then that's when it opens up a little bit the game, right? You get Rodrigo here, stuff out here, right? Rafinha, boom, and then pass back through ball, and then you get a little bit of this, right? You can get it far post, or you can get back right here, right here. And I think Wesley will do good with Neymar as well, just because of like that tiki taka ball that they like to play. I do really like that formation. It's better to actually do it than to explain it. It's kind of hard to explain it because there's no other like players out there. But it's called an overlap, and I think that'll be very very valuable, and it actually will be used for Brazil. Um, I think I have one more that I wrote down. I mean, besides Vinny straight up the middle, Martinelli straight up the middle as well. I mean, I see other attacks that I will not be getting into because it'll just get way too confusing. But 4 attackers inside the box, I think will be huge, especially with these 3 coming through back. They're like coming in, and yeah, I mean Neymar will also make a huge role in this. Even if you put Neymar on the starting lineup, I honestly think that could honestly be better. And it'll just be a tag fest for Brazil, and I'm just a little worried about the midfielders and the defense, but I don't think it'll be as bad as we all think it will be, especially under Ancelotti's tactics. But guys, thank you for watching this video. I'm still kind of new to this YouTube stuff. I really do like doing it though, but if you guys want to see more of it, just let me know. Um, I like doing UFC too, so if you guys like UFC, let me know. 17-minute video. Thank you guys for watching. Peace.